April 28, 2012. 1 minute and 22 seconds left in Game 1. The Chicago Bulls are up by 12 points against Philadelphia. Then Derrick Rose drives to the basket, and in an instant, everything changes. What you're about to see is the most devastating what-if in modern NBA history. At just 23 years old, the youngest MVP in league history was about to enter his prime. The Bulls had the best defense in the NBA. LeBron's Heat were beatable, and then it all disappeared. Today, we're rewriting history. What if Derrick Rose never got injured? At 22 years old, Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history. Not LeBron, not Kobe, not Jordan. Derrick Rose. He averaged 25 points and 7.7 assists while leading the Bulls to the best record in the Eastern Conference. But here's what makes this devastating. Rose was still getting better. In 2012, the Bulls finished with the #1 seed despite Rose missing games. They had a 50-16 record with Rose clearly not at 100%. And here's the key context. The Miami Heat were beatable. In 2011, the Bulls took them to 5 games with Rose playing on one good ankle. LeBron was still learning how to close games. The window was wide open. Rose drives baseline, plants his left foot to change direction. His knee buckles inward. Complete ACL tear. For most players, that's 8 to 10 months recovery. But Rose's entire game was built on explosive speed. This wasn't just any injury. It was kryptonite for his skill set. But what if that ACL holds? Let's rewrite history. In our timeline, Rose stays healthy. The Bulls beat Philadelphia, then face Boston in round 2 with their MVP confident and explosive. The 2012 Celtics took Miami to 7 games, but a healthy Rose torches that aging defense. Pierce can't guard him. Bulls win in 6 games. Rose averages 28 and 8. Eastern Conference Finals. Peak Rose versus peak LeBron. 2012 LeBron shot 47% against Boston and struggled with his jumper. Miami's biggest weakness was interior defense. Bosh was their only real big man. The Bulls have Noah, Boozer, and Gibson pounding the paint while Rose creates chaos. Game 7 at the United Center. Rose drops 35 points, 10 assists. LeBron has 28 and 9, but it's not enough. The Bulls win 98-94. Chicago's going to the finals for the first time since 1998. In the finals, Chicago faces Oklahoma City. Durant, Westbrook, and Harden, all under 24. But here's what tips the scales. Playoff experience. The Thunder were in their first finals. The Bulls had been building for 4 years. Rose outduels Durant in 7 games. Derrick Rose wins his first championship at age 23. Finals MVP, the youngest since Magic Johnson. Chicago gets its first title since Jordan, but one championship is just the beginning. This changes everything. LeBron goes 1-3 in his first 4 finals instead of 2-2. The criticism becomes unbearable. He can't beat a 23-year-old point guard. Does LeBron still go back to Cleveland? Maybe, but his Miami legacy becomes a cautionary tale about super teams failing. Meanwhile, Chicago is just getting started. 2013, the Bulls repeat. Rose has championship confidence. His jumper is more consistent. 2014, three-peat. Rose is now 25, his absolute athletic prime. Free agents start looking at Chicago differently. Instead of joining Miami, it's joined the Bulls dynasty. Maybe Paul George forces his way to Chicago. Maybe Kawhi chooses the Bulls over the Spurs. Let's talk numbers. From age 22 to 28, healthy Rose probably averages 25 and 8 for his career. That puts him in conversation with Magic, Oscar Robertson, and John Stockton as the greatest point guards ever. But here's what we forget. It's not just physical recovery from ACL surgery. It's mental. Rose admitted he played scared after returning. In our timeline, he never develops that hesitation. No pulled-up jump shots instead of driving, just pure, fearless basketball. In our timeline, Rose is a first-ballot Hall of Famer, youngest MVP ever, multiple championships, finals MVPs. We're talking top 10 point guard in NBA history. But the craziest part? How this changes the entire modern NBA. If the Bulls win multiple championships with homegrown talent, does the super team era even happen? If Rose proves you can win with draft picks and development, maybe stars don't chase each other as much. Maybe Durant doesn't join the Warriors. Maybe the Nets don't form their super team. Maybe competitive balance returns to the league. Rose was ahead of his time as an athletic scoring point guard. If he stays healthy and successful, maybe we get more Rose clones instead of everyone trying to be the next Steph Curry. And Chicago basketball culture? Rose was the hometown hero. In our timeline, Chicago becomes the premier basketball city again. The next generation stays home. So what if Derrick Rose never got injured? A Bulls dynasty? LeBron's legacy completely altered. The super team era possibly prevented, and Derrick Rose becoming one of the greatest players in NBA history.